Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle Kuzmic and I am so excited you're here. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming. And I want to tell you a little bit about me. I have been a professional photographer for the last 22 years, and it has been a tremendous blessing. I have built my business through all stages of my kids' life. From I've had been pregnant, I've had a newborn, I've had two kids in diapers, and now I am a single mom and I have two teenagers and a 20-year-old. So I have done it all. And I know there were certain things that I did to keep me productive and certain systems that I put in place that helped me get to the level that I am. So it's my goal in 2022, it's to get other photographers to take off their photographer hat and put on their business owner hat, because that is what's going to get you to the level of income and the level of freedom that you desire. So today I wanted to tell you about 3 tools that I use, and I use 2 of them every single day without fail. The first one you might have heard of. It's Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom. There's lots and lots of different apps that you can do. I know photographers that take pictures, they send them to their phone, they edit the pictures on their phone app, and then they send them back to their customers. And that's fine. But what you're going to find when you have your business hat on is that the longer it takes you to process one person's session, the more money you're going to lose. Okay, so the less time you spend, the more you make. All right, and I'm going to teach you how, because I've got some great systems, and I am going to share everything I can with you. The reason why you want to use Adobe, Lightroom, and Photoshop, Lightroom specifically, depending on what level you are in your photography business, you might be shooting JPEG, you might be shooting RAW. If you don't know what that is, we're going to cover that in a different lesson. But raw files, you have the ability to manipulate them. So, and what I mean by that, just in basic terms, because I am not a technical photographer, I know how to do it, but where there's photographers that can tell you down to the megabyte every single thing, I'm not that. I know what I need to know to produce the images that I do. And with Lightroom, when you're shooting raw images, I can take a picture that is completely blown out, okay, or completely black. And I can adjust the lighting and the color on that to get a decent image. Now, obviously, we always want to get it in camera the best we can, but there's times, especially during a wedding, that my flash hasn't recycled quick enough. And something like the kiss, or maybe a great look the groom gave the bride coming down the aisle, it wasn't lit by the flash because it hadn't recycled, and I've needed those raw images. Photoshop is $9.99 a month. When you go into adobe.com, I'm going to put all the links down in the bottom. When you go into adobe.com, even though you are a business, sign up as an individual. Okay, it's $9.99 if you sign up as an individual, and you get access to both programs. Businesses, you would upgrade to a business, like if you had other people that were going to be using your account on multiple computers, like if you had an editing team, that's what you would use that for. Getting started, business and intermediate photographers, me actually, because all my editing is done out of house, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in just a minute. But so it's just me that uses it. So it's $9.99 a month. So make sure, if you're not already a member of that, that you get signed up under the right one. You shouldn't pay more than $9.99 a month. Lots of photographers, especially starting out, because everybody's on a budget. I'm still on a budget. I just don't have the freedom to just buy whatever I want in my business, because the more money I spend, that means the less money I get to bring home. So I am very budget conscious. Just wanted to tell you a little bit when I started in the business, and it was film, and digital age came about right around 2006 when I made the transition. Photoshop was over $600, and you would buy Photoshop, and then within a year, the new version would come out, and you would be stuck using the new version for a long time because you spent $600 on it. So the $9.99 subscription plan really is a deal in comparison to what it used to be. Okay, so that's your tool number one, Adobe, to process your images, especially Lightroom. I don't use Photoshop very much. I do in my real estate if I'm putting a sky and stuff in, but if you're a portrait photographer and you're just starting out, you probably don't have to do a lot in Photoshop, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But the second thing I wanted to talk to you about was a program called Canva, and I'm going to put the link down. It's Canva. It's $12.99 a month, I think, and you can build all your price sheets, all of your magazines, all of your social media stuff. You can make videos. When you're watching this video and you see the little intro and the outro, all of that has been done in Canva, including the music. Canva does have a free version. You can get it. The reason why I like the paid version is because they let you upload your brand colors and your brand fonts. And so that means I have a pink, if you've ever been on my website, have a hex code for it. And everything that I produce, I want it to have that color pink. And it's just a little bit easier. It saves me a little bit more time in Canva. Plus, the other thing too is when you pay for Canva, you get access to a huge gallery of stock photography, like anything that you could want. You could type in pink shoes, they come up, whatever it is you want, cameras. It makes it very easy to define your brand and to find images to go with it. So that's Canva. And the last thing I wanted to tell you about, and it's the reason why I don't go into Photoshop often, is there is a company and it's called retouchup.com. You send your pictures in and they will edit them for you. And I'm talking about they'll take pimples out, they take flyaway hairs out, they take wrinkles out, anything that you want them to do, they do. And it's $2.50 an image. When I am in Photoshop, I can use it. I'm pretty fluent in it, but to fully edit a person, it would probably take me a good 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the edits. That is worth every dollar of $2.50 for me not to be sitting in front of the computer. When you take off your photographer hat and you put your business hat on, time that you are spending on things that aren't making you money, it means you're losing money. Okay, so if you're sitting in front of the computer all day editing pictures, you are not making one bit of money because you can't shoot, and that's where you make your money at. So retouchup.com, I highly recommend. They can do head swaps for you for $5. They take things out of the background. The highest service they offer is $10, and I rarely even use the $10 option. retouchup.com, make sure you go on and look at that. It is not a subscription service. You just pay them when you need them. So if you're not shooting, you're not making any money, you don't have any money outgoing either. And that is all that I have for today, because I like to keep these short and sweet, because you could spend so much time here learning and you're not getting anything done. I did want to tell you that the MKP Academy for new and intermediate photographers is about this far away from launching. Might not even be launched by the time you watch this video. If it is, it'll be up in the little corner. It'll say launch or academy. I don't know what I'm going to put. But anyway, it'll be up there, kicking off with some free stuff. YouTube is always going to be free, and some opportunities to work with me one-on-one. This spring, we're going to be doing a 5-day challenge to get your business up and running, and also a group program to kind of get you to the next level. No matter where you are in your business, I want you to know that anything is possible, and I am going to be cheering you on every step of the way. I'll see you next week.